All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Joining us now is editor at hotair.com, Jazz Shaw. And Jazz, I want to talk about a piece that you posted up at Hot Air today about more buyer's remorse in some of the swing states. And, you talk about the Quinnipiac Poll that talks to, I guess, certain states in particular, Iowa, Virginia, Colorado, in the wake of some of the proposals made by Obama in his State of the Union address. And I got to feel that, the current state of affairs with regard to ISIS would also have effects in those swing states as well.
Probably. Foreign affairs, I still think, is going to be a pretty significant issue in the next election, but people don't forget what really hits them at home. I mean, we try to keep track of all these things, but there's also the bottom line. How much are you going to have to pay out of your taxes? Do you have a job? Things like that. And the president comes out with these grandiose proposals. The one they were citing there was his proposal that community college tuition should be free for everyone, which is terrific sounding, except nothing's ever really free, so you're going to have to pay for that. And people realize that, and these are three states that you mentioned that the president carried in 2012.
Right.
And right now, he's underwater on his numbers there. They
want a different direction, right? They want a president with a different direction.
Yeah, they don't like those specific proposals, and the more generic question, which should be worrying, we want the next president to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
So who are the Democrats going to run? Well, probably Hillary. Now she's got to make the case, I'm not going to go in the same direction as my boss. It's like, no, I don't think people are buying it.
No, and she has to make that case while she's making friends and hugging with Elizabeth Warren and trying to convince her own base that she's actually to wait to the left of President Obama. The Warren folks, I don't mean her and her staff so much as I mean the ready for Warren folks who have the run Elizabeth run thing to compete with the run Hillary run. They've been providing no end of amusement because Elizabeth Warren and Hillary apparently had a secret meeting back in December. The word broke about that, and several of their spokespeople for the Warren booster club, you might say, came out and said, see, even Hillary thinks she'd make a great president. So that's going to provide us with a lot of entertainment, but I do not think Elizabeth Warren is going to run. It would be dicey to do at this point. She could make the case that she's different than Barack Obama because I think she actually is way to his left. Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Hillary, not so much.
Yeah, and she's got this balancing act. Okay, Eric Holder, my favorite person, Eric Holder. And, of course, he's still there, and now the president's nominee is running into some scrutiny in the Senate because of some previous doings, but that's another issue for another time. But Eric Holder said just the other day, and it really got lost. I'm glad you picked up on it and put it on hotair.com. He said, let's put the death penalty on hold in this country.
Yeah, and that was not the first time that I found myself writing about Eric Holder and pondering the question, has this guy ever really understood his job? Because he's the Attorney General. His job is to enforce the laws, not to make the laws, and not to try to change the legislation as what the punishment if you break those laws. He's supposed to be the top cop. The cops don't do that. The legislature makes the laws, and this is not the first time that he has come out. And his big regret, I don't know if you caught that story, he announced at a luncheon back in January that his one great regret from his time as Attorney General was that there were no new gun control laws passed. And Steve, when I read that one and I got to watch the video, I was just like, well, is it your job to pass new gun control? Aren't you supposed to enforce the laws the rest of our representatives pass? And no, I mean, I don't know. This guy has been terrible. It's been a terrible tenure for an attorney general, and I think these closing comments as he gets ready to go out the door sort of underscore the fact that we've had the wrong man in that position. And I know it sounds harsh to say, but I'm not sure if he really understands what his job is supposed to be.
Well, I think we have the wrong men in several positions and women as well, and I think it's becoming more and more obvious with this whole war on terror strategy, which is not a war on terror at all. We have ISIS parading down the streets, celebrating by the tens, by the scores, dozens, and parading prisoners around. And we just let them. We have video of it. But why aren't we? Bill Kristol was with us earlier. He said, why aren't we bombing them? I mean, it's just insane. Hey, but that's for another time as well. Appreciate you coming on. Good to talk to you, Jazz.
Steve, anytime. Thanks for having me, and keep up the good work.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Brigitte Gabriel, ladies and gentlemen, president of Act for America and author of They Must Be Stopped, will be next. I don't think she'll stop them next, but you know what I mean. We're coming back. Don't go away.